Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fast50. Okay, this is a nice zoom out, but you're going to realize I'm alone here. What the hell is happening? I have been abandoned by my friends, my family. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm waiting for some Hollow Knight. I'm excited about it, but I think I need a Sherpa. I need someone who can help me. I've beaten the game. I love the game. Hey, there he is. Thank God.
Hey, I didn't want you to be sweating up here all alone.
Oh,
Hi, everybody.
you.
Let's watch some Hollow Knight.
Let's watch some Hollow Knight. It's going to be exciting. Are you a Hollow Knight enjoyer?
I am. I'm a big fan. I say that as somebody who played it when it first came out. I love the game. Favorite Metroidvania ever made. And then I tried to play it again like 3 years later. Got lost every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't find my way around. You know that fountain area? Like
Yeah.
in the city? Didn't know where to go.
Yeah,
so
you have to close doors. You have to go through the other way.
I gotta
We've
like.
been there.
There's all kinds of locks and stuff. So I'm excited to see it broken wide open. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I played it with Twitch chat, and they just told me where to go because no wrong way to play a video game, folks, but I like fighting the bosses. It's what I really enjoy. I want a boss rush mode. Instead, I got to the arena really early. I stayed there forever. So I would just tell them, hey, tell me where to go. Tell me what items I need. I'll get the dream
Not
down.
a real
Do whatever
gamer.
you want. Hey,
Fake
I'm not a
gamer.
fake gamer. No such thing. I beat all the bosses.
Stick
beat
to the
Radiance.
Wordles.
Yeah, I will stick to that. The Wordle I got annihilated in.
I was gonna say, how'd it go today?
It was super fun.
What was it?
The Wordle word was basin.
Oh, dude, come on.
That's tough.
We're not using that in our everyday vocabulary.
Exactly, which was Ludwig's one hint was like, you've said this word, but not recently. That did not help whatsoever.
I was going to say that you say a lot of words, I would imagine.
He had access to the donation board, so I think there might have been some impropriety coming through. But I don't mind it because it's all for a good cause.
He was using Twitch chat the same way you were using Twitch chat for Hollow Knight.
Yes,
That's fine.
exactly.
Did
so
you
I
do the
can't blame
Bandle?
him.
I love Bandle. Have you
We
seen
did
Bandle?
not do Bandle today.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, I'm bad at Bandle because the second it's converted to like MIDI and it's not the real
it doesn't
instruments,
make sense.
my brain doesn't compute even a little bit. But at those TikToks where it's like, name the song in one note, I'm the GOAT.
Yeah.
But if it was, the actual note and not a note from the song.
It sounds like KK Sliders singing it. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
it's not the same thing. No, I feel that. I'm excited to see this. Like I said, I'm a casual Hollow Knight enjoyer. Love this game. When it first came out, they had like one of those limited release things with Little Grub. Little Grub, I got one of those. He's adorable.
It's sick.
Sitting at home, but I don't know the game at a deep level, and I never played it when the DLCs came out. So like they had the new endings and stuff, and there's I think the final boss, Radiant. Is that what it is?
Radiance.
Yeah. Did you end up fight it? Did you fight like the DLCs after?
Oh yeah,
I heard that's
you go
like
to
an
the
infamous
zone.
fight.
Okay, again, I'm gonna hop on in because I'll tell the people. I downloaded a save state so I could go to the end area and fight all the bosses. I did. I downloaded a save state. You can't stop me.
All right. Okay. You're not enjoying the game as it was
the way
intended.
you want me to enjoy the game. I'm enjoying
it's
the
not
game
the same.
the way I want to enjoy the game.
That's
I liked
silly.
doing the trophies at the end. It was fun.
No, I respect that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. See?
Fights are a ton of fun. Sorry I was late, boys. I had to make sure.
No
the
worries. You had
crowd
to get the
was
game set up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Sir. Speedrun this game. 3,000 hours. Plenty of world records.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Good friend of Vysuals, so.
Welcome to the couch, so you'll know exactly what's going on here.
Yes, sir.
You can walk us through it. Do we have visuals? Can you hear us? Okay, perfect. Can we hear you? Can't hear you yet. Oh. There's a fight stick?
That's what I was going to say, bro. Got a
This is a
leverless.
Smashbox.
That's so many buttons.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yep.
Yes, we can hear
Howdy.
you.
There we go. Hi.
Hear you, see you. You're looking great.
Thanks.
Don't this game only got like jump, attack, special? Why you got so many buttons, bro? What the heck?
Well, you can actually ignore these four. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's perfect view.
So, basically, it's nail, dash, jump, quick cast, which, fun fact, is a button they don't tell you exists in the game, which is great. And then dream nail, C dash, and heal. But yeah, and then control, WASD, basically. And then these are basically just inventory, start, and enter. That way I can double mash.
Amazing.
Fun.
But yeah, so hello everyone. This is Hollow Knight, true ending, no major glitches. Basically, I heard you guys talking about how you like bosses, so that's good because this is going to have a lot of bosses, but it's also going to have a lot of bosses where you're very under-geared. And then a few where you're kind of over-geared, which is great because there's a couple of bosses where it's just shoot 3 fireballs and 2 of them double hit.
Hey, fair enough.
But yeah, is everyone ready?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Let's do it.
All right. in.
Oh, never mind. Production's not ready.
Yeah,
Hold.
we're
that's
holding.
fine.
Hey, are you doing that flower thing? That thing pissed
No,
me
no.
off. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I hated that thing.
There's a
pissed off
category
watching
that I
it,
do called 106%, which is so this is a down patch version of the game. There was 4 DLCs, and this is the second one. And then after this one, they came out with another DLC that just patched out everything we do in the run. And so all of the main categories, like the main 80%, main true ending, main low percent, main all skills, they're all run on this patch because you can do so many different things. You can hit levers through floors and walls, which was the only patch that was able to do that. And if I point out every time that there's something that you can't do in current patch, I'll be mentioning something every 5 seconds.
Sure.
Right.
But the category I used to run and I still kind of run is called 106%. It's basically everything that's on this patch specifically. And that one you do the flower quest, and I like that category a lot. But whenever I told Lud, I was like, it's 2.5 hours. It's gonna be a bit long. So.
Sure. Yeah, super dumb casual question. What's the badges like? Are there anything that you're using in particular? Are you swapping them out? Do you put any on?
The charms?
Or charms, yes.
Yeah, you're fine.
This guy.
Okay, buddy.
I would have called it a badge too. I would have called it a badge too.
You're fine. Yeah, so there's actually one that is the speedrun charm, and it's called Shaman Stone. And it's the speedrun charm for a couple of reasons. One, you start off with 3 charm notches, and it costs 3, so we don't have to go out of our way to get additional ones. 2, it makes spells do more damage, and spells are the most broken thing in the game. Like, spells, there's a couple of bosses whose health goes up, and it scales relative to your nail damage, but not your spell damage. So if you keep your nail damage at lowest it can be, which we're going to, and you just buff your spell damage, the game's like, oh shit, I didn't expect you to do that much damage. And that's where a couple of the bosses are just going to be shredded.
That's where the multi-hit fireballs come in. You're doing max damage. Okay, got it.
And it's relatively easy. It's one of the first vendors you're going to find in the game. It's Slubra, and it only costs like 220 geo, so we can get that pretty easily. So there's a lot of factors that make it like perfect for every run. Every run grabs it, except for like low percent where you can't.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get Dream Wielder, which I feel like casual fans don't understand how good the Dream Nail is.
1 notch.
Yeah, because it's 1 notch. It's super easy to get. Like, we get it on our way anyway. We actually only did a slight reroute to grab it earlier from an earlier route we used to do. And almost every casual fan is like, oh, the Dream Nail, the thing that you like hit NPCs and you get to like read their thoughts. But they don't know.
He read my mind. Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
They don't know if you hit enemies, you get soul.
right.
And Dream Nail makes it to where it charges twice as fast and it gives you 2 casts of soul instead of 1. So we use it all over the place.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's a boss failed champ that we actually the introduction of the Dream Wielder route made it to where fail champ used to be like the biggest run killer. It's so dangerous. It was so difficult to get Dream Nails off. Now it's like one of the most free bosses in the run. It looks sick as hell, but it's not hard anymore, thankfully.
Well, perfect. Hey, we're ready if you're ready.
Oh yeah,
Let's get it.
Give us a countdown.
Alrighty. I feel like there we go. I think it's gonna do the thing where it. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Dude. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so listen, I know it's not the right time to ask this, but do we have to kill the failed champ? He's so cute. That's the grub, right? Can we just skip that guy? I love him.
We actually have to kill him twice.
What? No! He's so cute.
So right off the bat there, you saw me open the inventory whenever I was falling. Like, you open the main menu, and that lets you get control of your character while falling, and then you open the inventory. The inventory uncaps your fall speed and gets rid of the like super hard landing lag when you hit the ground. And we're gonna do that all over the run. One of the patches after this actually made it to where you couldn't open the inventory in midair anymore. And then another one after that made it to where you can't open it while dashing, which made it even harder. You can still do it on current patch, but it's way more difficult. And you're going to see us like use that everywhere because it's just the best way to fall. Otherwise, you slam into the ground and get stuck there for a full second.
Right.
0.8.
Yeah, what a beautiful game.
This
I know,
game's gorgeous.
it's just so fun to just come back to and see, you know?
So fun to what?
Just come back to and see. Game is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday a lot with Cuphead. It's like there's some games that I just will never get tired of watching.
Right. So this main area, Dirt Myth, I can read Chinese too, just like CJ. It makes you walk when you're on the ground, so we just stay off it as much as possible. can explain the UI a little bit. Top left, 5 health, and we're going to keep that for the whole run. Right underneath that's Geo, the currency of the game. The game is also super loud for me right now. It's okay.
So this first split actually has a ton of RNG checks, and it's silly because they lose like maybe a second each. But you know, it's the first split. It's like, you know, you lose 6 seconds in a 3-minute split, and you're like, well, you know, maybe I'm just gonna reset.
Yeah, might as well reset here.
Yeah. This trick is actually, it's really cool. They made it a lot easier on later patches, so runners on this patch have to do a much harder version than
Is it possible to make the game lower and the couch louder?
Yeah, there's some knobs up here. I'm gonna come help out.
Okay.
Get in there, Stans. Save him.
I feel like I tried to turn down one and it turned down both, and I was like, no.
Yeah, and I got to give some love to the latest patch community too, speedrunners. We've really pushed this game pretty far in the last few years.
Sure.
I can't claim that so much anymore, but back in the day, you know, I'm one of the old guys. So,
Definitely.
these people are crazy.
It's still active, I would assume. I mean,
yeah.
So which one's which?
Right is couch, left is game.
Okay.
Sorry, we're getting the audio fixed just in a second. I'm always interested to hear what communities are still, you know, everything's active, right? Like the games are always being played, but what games are still being optimized, still being figured out, you know, especially with the updated patches. This game came out in what,
2017.
17? Yeah.
Really quick as we're going, $100 donation from Husk. I want to learn to speedrun Hollow Knight. Where should I start?
So you can go to the speedrun.com/Hollow Knight. There is a link to the Hollow Knight speedrun community Discord. And there's a ton of people there who are just fully willing to help you out. We've got a good amount of resources, but really the best resource you're going to get is the people in that community. They're so ready and willing to help you learn, myself included, by the way. If you just DM me, I'm going to set you up. Like, I've done it before.
Yeah, you're like, hey, here's some videos, here's this, here's that.
Exactly. So, yeah, there's some guides for different categories, but yeah. That said, this category, not one of the ones I'd recommend.
Okay.
I'd say any percent or all skills would be good categories to start with. This category is brutal. Viz talked about all this low equipment fighting. It's just so hard. Like,
Right.
it's so hard, and I love it. This is one of my favorite kinds of categories. But there are just so many times throughout the run where you just, you know, you die and you feel like you lost the run.
It's a difficult game. I mean, at a casual level, just being able to get all the way through it. So having to do it all in one run, I can't imagine starting there, you know?
Absolutely. And the last boss, you'll be happy to hear, is the hardest one in this run. So
Fun. Okay.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a lot of this game feels like when you mess up, it's your fault. The Radiance, the last fight, sometimes it can feel like your fault, and sometimes it can feel like, well, I did an option that for all the information I had on the screen was fine, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, limited your options in the future.
Yeah.
Based on what you've done. Hey, we've all been there. I blame the game every time. $25 from Whiskey Ursa, who said, shout-outs to the homie Viz, Mr. Sir on the couch, and the boys Spilled OJ and Make It Hardcore back there in the crowd who'll be doing the Halo 3 run later. Love you guys.
yes,
Oh, thank you.
sir. Shout out to Whiskey.
Big homie.
That's our buddy.
So basically, we just got the. Oh, he stopped on a dime. We got the Fireball, the Vengeful Spirit. Our nail right now does 5 damage, and it's going to do 5 damage for the rest of the run. The Fireball does. Oh my gosh, they go nowhere. That's crazy. they're actually frame dependent. So we have such high frame rate that they're just stopping on a dime. I've actually never
that's
seen
funny.
that.
Yeah, so this game is very resource intensive.
Yeah, yes. And my computer cannot
This
make them
game,
do that.
Hollow Knight,
You'd be
the
surprised.
cartoon game.
It's not that
Okay.
well optimized.
I was watching. We were watching Hitman last night, and we were talking about how the NPCs in the stands in Miami and the race car level, like they're just not real AI.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense for a CPU. That's a bug.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it's like that's shocking.
And a lot of things in this game, like you said, are frame dependent. So we want to play at a pretty high FPS, at least 200. A lot of runners hang around 300. Viz gets 200 out of his PC, so that's what he uses, and I'm in the same boat.
Wow. Okay.
Those, roly polies specifically, roll really short when it's a high frame rate. I think it's like a number of frames is how long they roll.
Like one of them, I'm supposed to up slash and go under, and I couldn't even go under him because he didn't go far enough.
Yeah, you might see another one.
Oh,
in the
that's
next run.
interesting. Okay.
Here comes the first, I guess, big glitch of the run. So you need the fireball to get past this enemy because it closes up when you get close. On this patch, if you shoot a fireball off screen like that, it just stays there and hits it 4 times.
Right, still hits him.
So
Okay.
you don't have to wait for it
4
to
times
spit.
specifically. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, because this is supposed to be like the Metroidvania door, right? You can't kill him until you have the
You have the
fireball.
missiles. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, and you're supposed to have 4 of them, which makes it to where you can shoot him 3 times with your full soul meter at the top left, and then you're supposed to wait for him to shoot one of those little roly-polies, because it kind of teaches you 2 things. It teaches you, 1, you know, you can hit him from a distance, but 2, you can also gain more soul from hitting the enemies that he spits out. But we're right after that, I did a fireball skip. I'm about to do 2 more. Essentially, whenever you jump and you shoot a fireball, it pushes you backwards. So what we're going to do is turn around to shoot the fireball, so it pushes us farther and makes gaps that we can't normally make, like that.
Yep.
Oh, very sick.
These are very useful right now when we don't have dash. In the main board categories, really, you're only going to see these before you get dash. But there's a big rando community, pretty sizable bingo community, and some just sketchy runs, speed runs, where even with dash, you'll be doing these fireball skips. You can make some really crazy gaps with it. So, yep, Viz just hit all 3 of them. Well done, bud.
Thank you.
And, yeah, for an experienced runner, that's what you would expect, but we'll still miss them sometimes. They're pretty tough.
Yeah, of course.
So right here, we're going to try to kill this Moss Knight by having him jump backwards alongside a fireball,
Oh, and get the multi-hit.
like that.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
So yeah, fireball does 15. It's gonna do 20 later when we put on that charm I talked about, Shaman Stone. It also makes the hitbox bigger, which makes it way easier to have double hits happen, triple hits happen.
Yep. Big theme of this run specifically, since our main source of damage will be that fireball spell. And we're going to upgrade it, and like you said, we're going to get that charm to make it even more powerful. So in other runs, there are some other spells. There's a down spell and an up spell as well, which are very powerful, but this one, fastest to just do the fireball. So we're going to be looking for doubles and triples.
And also, if you guys haven't played the game, that guy who we just rescued is very powerful. That guy who we just got out of the shell there. So,
Yeah, careful.
yeah. Very strong indeed.
$100 donation from Dr. Mo. Shout out to Vysuals. $10 from Elderbug. You didn't talk to me, so this run doesn't count. FYI. Polydactyl with a 25. Hey Viz, good luck on the run. You're an inspiration to many, like me, who started running this game on your influence. Crush it, dog.
Thanks, bud.
Wasn't she supposed to have a game? Whatever happened to that, bro? Where's her game?
Wow.
I don't think that's real.
No comment on that one. What was it? Yeah, shout out to Polly. Polly's another high-level runner of this game. I think he's 6th right now.
Oh, amazing.
In this category, I mean. Really cool guy. All right,
So
there's dash.
now we have the Mothman Cloak, the dash. I think the movement, it opens up a little bit with the dash, but mostly I feel like once you get the wall jump, that's where it really you really feel like you can tackle almost anything.
For sure. So Viz just did a quit out from that fight. We're going to do that a lot in this run. So we specifically take benches throughout the run so that we can quit out back to those locations. There's a few other modes of fast travel that we'll see in this run, and that's the first one. He actually didn't bench at that bench. There's a few hard saves in the game that will do that as well. So
I was going to say, I didn't remember him sitting. I also didn't know it auto-saved when you sort of make that progression.
there are like
so.
a few spots that
Gotcha.
do it.
Okay.
Not too many. There's 3 in this run.
Man, adding the dash makes the game feel so much smoother.
Yeah.
If you notice, there's certain objects and enemies that whenever you pogo off them, like that, you get a little bit of height. But another benefit of it is when you dash, you only have 1 dash in midair. Unless you were to dash off like a platform, then it counts as like you haven't dashed in the air yet. But when you pogo, you can actually like get another dash in the air by bouncing off of things.
Sure.
And it resets your dash. It also resets your double jump once we have it.
Yep. So that was Grezmother. Really easy boss, obviously. It did a pattern that could show off some really cool skills if someone ran a category that, did this boss with really low equipment, like 4 mash charge or something like that. Like someone on a couch might you know,
That was
whatever.
perfect.
Yeah, nice 2 fireball cleanup. So now this is our first benching, so that this isn't even for a save quit. We're actually going to go take an intentional death here. Here's that charm we were talking about, by the way. We'll equip that after we die. But we're going to take an intentional death right outside here because we're going to pogo on the shade. So when you die, a shade spawns. It's a ghost. It's your ghost. Pogoing is when you down slash on an enemy or a background object like Viz said. You can get some height out of that. So we're going to do a pretty cool skip here, which is a major sequence break. I mean, we're saving a ton of time. And
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
yeah, so he's gathering soul here because we actually use those fireballs as an air stall. So the default skip here with just dash and not claw is to do 2 fireballs. But Viz actually goes for a different one with this dash in here, where he only does one.
Where he
What?
stalls up there with the fireball. That was sick.
That's awesome.
Well done, bud.
There's 3 versions of that.
Yep, there's a 0 fireball
I can't
too.
tell if Mr. Sir just said this, sorry. There's a 2 fireball, 1 fireball, and a 0. The 1 fireball was actually discovered because we want to keep this soul to do a tiny trick that saves 1 second called Firebell, but it was optimal. Now apparently 0 fireball is more optimal. I don't know.
So that's something you can't do on the patch versions. The switch
You
through
can
the
do it.
ceiling. Oh, you can?
You can do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one you can. Yeah.
And that's actually, so we're doing true ending. We don't have claw here. We don't have the wall jump. When you have the wall jump ability, it's actually a much easier skip.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to do, shoot. Yeah, you don't do any fireballs. I had to think about that. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, you just jump off the wall, like kind of lead it up to be high enough, and then you just poke off it. Like honestly, it's so easy. We waste a poke because he takes 2 hits to kill, and whenever you kill him, you get all your geo back.
Yeah.
And we actually hit him once earlier because we just don't need that much height. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah, just save some time.
I'm falling off on purpose. This saves 1 second of in-game time, like the normal timer that we use, but it's actually slightly slower RTA, but whatever.
Yeah.
So used to it.
Lore time. So we're on our way to grab the Dream Nail now. To get any ending of the game, you have to use this Dream Nail to kill 3 Dreamers who are used as seals to protect the Hollow Knight. And for most endings of the game, you have to go fight the Hollow Knight in some form. So this is the main lore device here. And we're actually going to go further than just killing the Dreamers with this. We are going to start collecting Essence. So there's another currency in this game called Essence. You get it with various methods with the Dream Nail. We need to get 1,800 Essence by the end of the run. Brian just did a cool skip here, early control.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's
slide.
waking up animation.
Yeah, pretty cool. We need to get 1,800 Essence. There's the Firebell. In order to get the ending that we're going for. You don't have to do that 90%. So now we're going to go get the wall jump ability. The reason that we came and got this first is there is a place to get Essence on the way to the wall jump ability.
Got it.
And you need the Dream Nail to get it. So how we're going to do that is there are these little bosses called Dream Warriors. And you Dream Nail their little statue, and you fight them, and they give you some Essence, a pretty decent amount. This one's going to give us 100 out of that 1,800. So as you go on through the game, they'll have more Essence. And then we're also going to fight Dream Bosses. So the Dream Warriors are in those little statues. Dream Bosses are second versions of like regular bosses,
Right.
and they're a lot harder, and they give more Essence. So we'll see one of those.
So like Failed Champ was one of those,
Yep,
right?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's so cool that you paused to
To get the fall
thing.
animation? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
neat.
Yep.
Oh, I haven't mentioned it on stream yet. I'm going to be donating $2 for every time I get hit. And that
Very
was scripted,
generous.
actually.
Very
so.
generous for what you
Oh, there you go. There's another 2.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'll be matching
What a
that.
good
His
guy.
girlfriend's counting in the back. So.
Oh, amazing. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Keep us honest.
Yep. So we just grabbed a charm notch. That charm that we equipped, Shaman Stone, takes 3 notches. I think a few games have this system, so I won't really go into it. But Dream Wielder, which is the other charm that we're going to put on, is 1 notch. So you start with 3. We need an extra 1. We got it. Here comes that Dream Boss. Name is Elder Who. Sorry, Dream Warrior.
This boss sucks.
This Someone recently renamed this split on my splits to Malding, and that's about right. I'm okay at this category. I'm like top 30, but
So why does he suck? Just because of the
RNG.
Yeah, right. You might not get a double hit. He might teleport to the other side. You might not get more hits in. Okay, I see.
Yeah. And so all these Dream Warriors are going to fly around. So flying bosses are really nice to get doubles on. Like, it happens a lot. So we fight a lot of them in this run. It's going to be a big focus, like I said. So Brian just did an early control with the Dream now. Did you get it?
I didn't get it.
Oh, shoot.
Ooh.
Is that okay? I've never
yes.
not reset.
I don't think the fight resets.
Okay,
No,
good.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, so he left the room a little too early and didn't collect the essence in time. I always just don't do the last dash here because I'm scared.
Right.
Yeah, you have too fast of a computer.
That's very funny.
That's actually
yeah.
true.
Yeah,
the load
yeah.
time wasn't long enough.
Yeah, that's long enough. I'm used to the load time being like double that length, so I didn't get it. I'm glad I checked because that would have been really catastrophic.
It's funny because I don't even think about frame rate beyond like 144 or 200 outside of like Bethesda games, which are super tied to FPS
Yeah.
or whatever. I
Yep.
never even realized a game like this could be.
Yep, this is one of those games.
Flying enemies move faster on higher frame rates.
Some of them.
Yeah, some.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is crazy that you can have to hamstring yourself to make something easier or harder.
And it's pretty cool. There's actually two different frame rates in this game. There's a 50 FPS physics frame rate, and then there's the graphics frame rate, which is, he's probably running like 400 or something right now. This is a good PC. So you'd think everything would be based off the physics frame rate, but it's not. And that actually leads to some really funny stuff. So we're about to get the wall jump ability. We're luring this mantis down here, so it's going to hit us out of this pickup animation, and we can quit out early and save like 6 seconds. It's crazy.
Gonna read a few donations while we are resetting here. LeBun with $10. Good luck, Viz. Excited to see some of your classic We Don't Heal Radiance. $10 from Cronibus. Alex with 25. Good luck, Viz. I'm proud of you and how hard you've worked to get here. Handsome Pants M for the 25. Fun fact for Coney. They actually were going to release Silk Song already, but they had to delay it in order to remove...
Jabasted.
Yeah, Jabasted. You knew you saw it coming.
This guy never...
He never stops.
Yeah, he never stops with the Jabasted. I know.
$50 from Matt Silch. Sucks that Eamon is gone. Hope this helps. Thank you. Kareem Abdul Jr. with the $10. Get them kids fed. Love this game, but Path of Pain always makes me want to explode. Keep it up. Also love you, Stanzy. And $50 from Mama Visuals.
Hi, Viz Mom.
Oh, hi.
Also, hi to a couple other buddies mentioned in there.
Oh, that's bad. That's fine.
Here's Zero, second Dream Warrior of the fight. He'll also give us 100 essence. This could have killed him already, but he's saving soul for the next coming splits. Yeah, we'll do another early control here. Now that we have the wall jump ability, we can go almost anywhere. Here is one of the fun glitches that's not possible on LP. That is called wall cling storage. The game thinks you're on the wall in the air.
So you get infinite dashes?
Yeah,
that's cool.
And if you have that dash speed, it'll keep it too. So you don't even have to dash. You'll still be going dash.
Sure.
It's pretty sweet. And there's a ton of those. 1221, the patches is on. 1221 runners love that glitch.
This is where Coney said he gets lost.
Yep. This city part. I remember this music. It's burned into my memory.
I actually couldn't find the Dreamer here for like 80 hours casually.
So we're going to unlock this stack station so we can come back later.
Yep.
Get up here, grab the relic.
Neat.
Relics are one of the best sources of geo. We go to a NPC later and we're going to sell 4 of them.
Yep. That stag, by the way, the second method of fast travel. And that's just, I mean...
That's the normal way of fast travel.
Yeah,
that's
what
what
you're
most
supposed
people
to
would
do,
expect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We also are going to get one more method that most people forget exists, especially because it didn't exist in the first version of the game. It was the first DLC that introduced it, called Dreamgate. We're going to get it from her, and it essentially lets you place a spot on the ground and then teleport back to it, and people just don't know that they can do that. It costs 1 essence per teleport, but we're going to get like 10 extra so that we can cover it.
It's pretty negligible. We just hit one of these dream trees that just give us some essence later. Not a big deal. So upcoming, we've got a trick called Revicless, and it's just
That's
a little...
Revic.
That's Revic, yes. We're not going to use Revic. Little jumps, saves a little bit of time, and it uses a fun mechanic where if you dash into a wall and jump as you hit the wall, and you're in the middle of your dash, it like dashes you back out from the wall a little bit, so you can actually use that to get around some geometry like this one. And
I'm getting it, but I'm not getting it.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, but like it's doable. Most people will do it in the first few tries.
Wow,
at a high
that looks
level.
cool as hell.
You have to like do the jump as a neutral jump. It's kind of similar to Celeste, but you have to be like jumping during your dash and it be a neutral jump. It's kind of difficult, but I made it look a little harder than it actually is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a few more of those as we go on.
Thank you to Sandra for the 25. Carlos for the 10. Feed them kids. Katie for the 25. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, Katie. Garak for the 10 just says bread.
That's true.
So we're gonna come kill an enemy over here. That's a pretty good source of geo. It's 420,
Nice.
and basically right now you can kind of think of what we're doing as kind of errand running to set up for later. We're doing a lot of stuff that's going to be that you're not going to see the fruits of until a bit later in the run.
I didn't even know about this guy. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Richie Rich over here?
I didn't know about this. See, I went into this room with all the lovely ladies, and I was like, oh, thank you for the geo.
You're like, what are they doing here?
Yeah.
I'm missing something.
There was so I was talking about this with my stream chat recently. You guys know the fountain in the game? I think there's a fountain or like a well where you can put money or something.
Yeah.
I saw that when I first played the game. I was like, that's a trick, and I never did it. But it like leads to a special encounter, right? Like there's like a character that takes your money, and then you have to go get it back or something.
You're getting two things
Yeah,
mixed up.
you're talking about two
sorry.
things. So that
No, you're fine,
fountain
you're
that
right.
you mentioned at first, it does give you something, so you
Okay.
should do it. That's all I'm gonna say.
To just kind of ease your worries a little bit, it says take all. It doesn't actually do all.
yeah, it
does
doesn't.
3,000.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of the bank. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
the bank is
Yes.
Millabelle.
Yes.
That's what it is.
That's
yeah.
a scam, but you can get your money back, and that's all I'll say on that.
Yeah, do it. Give her your money.
Here's another with interest. Here's another skip. This one's pretty cool.
Ooh,
That's all
the
that needs to
stall.
be said about
That's
that.
cool.
Recent addition, really, to runs. Even though it's been known for a while, we just didn't really like realize it saves so much time. But it definitely does. This is a little spooky here.
Didn't
Called
want to
Raptor
heal there,
skip.
but
Yeah.
this would be a pretty horrible death to take. So
Yes. And here we go, coming up to the guy who's probably tied for my favorite NPC in the game, Lem. Relic Seeker Lem. He's rich. Not all.
he
just-
collects like Pokemon cards and
Yeah, he's just like a nerd about all of it. Like I like listening to him talk. You know what I'm saying?
There's a big criticism with like casual players, especially on like their second playthrough, where they're like, "Wow, I have 12 of these things," and he has to tell me about the history of every single one of them. Like, geez, why isn't there like a sell all button? And Team Cherry's just like, "Man, we like the dialogue we wrote, man. Just
It's cool. It's
Yeah, just
cool.
check it out.
I like
mash
the
through
lore.
it. I don't know." And then the modding community gave us a sell all option whenever you walk to the right of them.
Yep. Speaking of mods, you'll see in the top left on the menu there, we have screen shake modifier active. All that does is turns off the screen shake. That's not an option on these earlier patches. That's an option now on the latest patch.
Got it.
You don't realize how bad it is till you turn it off.
I hate screen shaking every game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible.
I always turn it off when I'm streaming because I'm like, I don't know, I don't want someone to, have an issue.
Yeah, it gets sick too.
Yeah. So buying Lumafly Lantern now, pretty expensive. That's why we got so much geo.
The Patamas Geo guy.
Yeah, Optimus
Right.
Geo,
I love
exactly.
Patamas Geo.
We love Sly.
Yeah, there's two ways to get into this next area we're going to go to, the Crystal Peaks. Probably my favorite area in the game. One of them is to buy the lantern to interact with this gate up here, otherwise the room is too dark and it won't let you like pay to get in. The other one is to get the dive ability, but that takes a really long time and goes to the worst area in the game, and there's no shot we're going to do that.
In any category where you need that ability, though, you'd go that way.
Yeah.
$50. You got 880.
Yeah, the required amount here is 850 actually, because right after this area
We're buying a key.
for 800,
Oh,
and there is no geo here. Like there's nothing.
Speaking of $50, we got a $50 donation from Joel. Way to go, Miho Viz. This is so cool. Dash Joel. We also have Little Lith with 25 saying Vysuals.
We just did a pretty cool trick, Pogax, just another platforming trick.
Right here, I should do it. I hope I can hit a little trick
Ooh yeah.
called God Pixel. There it is.
There it is.
Wow.
Just go through the
A
laser.
gap
Okay.
in between those guys and the
Yeah.
laser hitbox, and it's just wide enough for the width of the knight.
This item's pretty important. We need that to unlock the inventory in Sly's shop to buy the key that we're buying next.
Copy.
And don't worry, Mr. Sir, I will be going for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a silly trick called Homophily Fireball coming up. It's a small platforming optimization, but everybody does it because it's really, really easy. And Viz just has not done it for like the last 4 years.
Well, the risk versus reward ratio is atrocious.
There's no risk.
Yes, it is.
You're the only one who's ever missed it.
That.
Oh, well. that
I'll be
didn't
honest, I
seem
didn't see
that
any
hard.
risk.
Yeah. That seemed kind of
Hey.
easy, actually.
Yeah.
Wait.
You joke, but I swear there's people that are like, yeah, but I hit it every time. So
I do.
hate this guy.
And here's Underplat, which is much more risk, and everybody does it too.
It's the same risk.
It's, I don't know, man.
I think we could do that, Stan.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
great. Give me the box. Hand it over.
So now
gonna
we
do
have
a
the
celeb
super
shot?
dash.
This is the big dash, right?
Yeah, the C dash, super dash, crystal dash. Allows you to charge either on the wall or on the floor and go in a horizontal direction until you either stop it or slam into something.
Give me claw and C dash, and I can get anywhere in the game.
Yeah.
So, buy an elegant key here, and this is how we're going to get our damage upgrade.
Don't
Not
buy
that one.
That'd be bad. You'd have to go see 300 geo farming for a little bit.
We could do a donation incentive. How do we farm this geo?
Yeah.
So yeah, coming up is, you're not going to tell by Viz's fight, hopefully, a really hard fight.
Wait, which one?
Norman. He's guarding this spell upgrade, and Viz has 7,000 hours in the game, so he doesn't remember that this is a hard boss.
Yeah, that,
I do. I watched my first run. It was atrocious.
But I have 3,000, and I still remember. It's going to be pretty
Right
cool.
here is probably the biggest reason why we originally were only running on 1.2.2.1 even after the next patch came out. This right here, there's a lever that I just hit through the floor.
Oh.
And it's going to open that door right there. And that whole area is supposed to be like you fight a thing on the left, open up a lever, then go around to the bottom right, go and come up. But since we didn't go down there, the game doesn't know to turn the lights on. So we have to know where we're going through the little dark room, and those are going to stay off.
It's a fun dark room. I like that one. There are some much longer ones in other mainboard cats.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're a lot of fun. I like them. So, yeah, like you said, that lever skip exclusive to this patch. And there's also a fun skip to this boss that we're about to fight for the spell upgrade using Dash Slash, one of the nail art abilities. But we don't do that in this run because it takes some more time, and we don't need Dash Slash. So, but yeah, we could just skip buying the key if we had Dash Slash.
Got it. Some of the ambient noises in this game, I love. Like the humming.
Fantastic.
The sound design is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just really the atmosphere in general.
Yep, shout out to Ari and shout out to Chris for the amazing art, visual, and musical in this game.
I didn't realize we could still hear the cartographer like during the boss fight.
Yeah,
I
so
still heard him humming a little bit.
one of the big differences on, okay, well, sorry, this first. So we left this Folly alive because we're going to go get this ability, and same thing as we did with Claw, it's just going to knock us out so we can quit out early. This one saves a lot more time than the Claw one does, though.
Oh, this one's when you accidentally like kill the boss and one of the the last follow you have in the same fireball.
cry.
It's so devastating.
Yeah.
Yep. And once we see that save icon in the bottom right, which we get to happen a little bit earlier by if you saw me like turning around really fast, you have to turn around on a certain frame, and you can just spam it left right, and you'll get it most of the time.
Call those wiggles.
That tracks.
So this is probably for 90% of runners that do any percent as their first run. This is like the part where you either get really good or you quit. It's like the biggest roadblock for new runners, and it just takes hundreds of attempts to get used to it. But when we have the upgraded fireball, and I have all the experience in the harder version of the fight. It makes this one a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, Viz has run most main board categories. He technically has run low percent, but you wouldn't claim that, so any of the other ones he'd claim. Yeah, and you can see we just absolutely melted that first guy, and it's going to go the same. There's a fireball triple on that one. The rolls are really good with this upgraded fireball. But even just hitting both of them at once, each tick of damage from this fireball is 40 damage compared to the 5 damage from the base nail that we've got.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
yeah, it's just this. We use the nail to get soul. We don't care about the damage.
Right, and to pogo around, make sure you're not dying.
Yeah. There's a few fights where it's micro optimized, but other than that,
I was watching it.
Right, you have to hit it twice with at
Yeah.
least extra to get the damage threshold or something.
yep, you will see one of those later.
Thank you to Counting Witch for the $5, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. I love Hollow Knight.
Oh my god. Do you know the witch TTS?
They wanted like
That's
a TTS. No, I
my.
know.
That's
This is you. This is
that's a
where it came
character
from.
from my street. The counting
Okay.
witch. She loves to count. That's her
Okay.
favorite thing to do.
Do the witch voice for us.
There's a $1,
Ah,
$2, $3.
You got a little Count Chocula in there.
Yeah, we love the counting witch. Thanks for the 5.
If you're trying to count chat, you can match the $2 for every hit.
Good.
Feel free. Get a little train going.
That's true. Yeah, keep us honest. Check our count. Here's our first streamer. Not too much about that, but we're going to get into a really cool section of the run, in my opinion, now. We're going to get our last, technically not last, but kind of last, movement ability, which is going to be our double jump. So we're going to head down back through city, and we're going to go to Ancient Basin. Very long inventory drop
Ancient
there.
what?
Basin.
you
If
go.
only, if this run had been yesterday, I would have been fine. Dude.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, hey. Haven't used the word lately, but I have used it twice today.
That's awesome. And there's just some pretty cool bosses down there. Cool movement on the way as well, so we'll see that. We're going to see our first dream boss when we get there.
And it's become kind of a meme for people that run True Ending, because dream bosses, you have to defeat their normal version first, except for Great Prince Zod, I guess, sort of. But this one specific, we're all so used to practicing the harder version of the fight that the easier version of the fight is much slower, and it's actually harder. Oh, whoops. It's actually harder because we're so used to, we're expecting him to move so much quicker.
Right.
That we end up just, dashing into him.
It actually is. I died to the easier version yesterday.
Oh, in the True Ending tournament, I died to Broken Vessel.
Yeah. That C-dash that he just got across that room is purely RNG. We got a good check here. He even hit one of the enemies, but you're invulnerable in the C-dash. Asterisk.
Yeah,
So he
that
can
just
knock
stops
you out. and-
Yeah, okay, got
If
it.
he's low enough, you can push him out of the way, but if he was going to be in the way again,
Yeah.
for a second hit, it'll just stop you.
That would get you. Also, there are some enemies that would just die in one hit, so it wouldn't be a problem. Except
Sometimes
sometimes
it decides no.
it hits you first, and then they die. It's
Like the one on the way to
really cool.
Umu, which is my mortal enemy.
Yep. That's a scary one.
So, have a bit of a tradition on my stream where we guess how many hits I'm going to take to Mollix, and then how many tries it's going to take me to get the dash here.
Exclam BV. 1 and 1.
1 and 1? Okay.
One hit, one attempt on the trans dash. And any guesses, boys?
3
What should I
hits,
guess?
2 tries.
3 and 2. What should you guess?
1 and 2.
All right.
Ooh,
I'm the only believer.
Oh,
that's
one.
the worst
That
one.
counts?
That's 1 and 1.
That's one.
All right, come on.
So he needs to die and then do it perfectly for me to win.
He doesn't have to die.
Oh, okay. I thought the second one was a fail.
Well,
Dang it.
well,
2?
well.
2.
Oh,
Wait,
if this
what did
takes
I
me
say?
I'm going to be really
you
sad.
said 1 and 2.
Shit.
You're
So I
out.
was backwards.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
2 and 1. Anyone in chat?
Rats.
So this is
What
Broken
happened to
Vessel.
that guy?
Not a lot of 2 and 1s. A lot of 0 and 1s. A lot of 1 and 1s. A lot of 0 and 2s.
A lot of believers in chat.
Lot of
Let's go.
I
believers.
love that's what chat's meant to be.
Ew. That guy's gross. Kill it.
Corrupted
Oh my
vessel. What's his
God.
name?
Broken Vessel.
Broken vessel. something
Yep.
like that, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, so this boss and his upgraded version are very light. You'll get a lot of doubles and triples off them. Also, they do this dash, which is really nice. It's a little harder to get doubles and triples on this guy, but the upgraded version, I mean, it's triple city. if you see a good fight, it's so fun to watch. So we're going to immediately come back and fight him now. The double jump's in this next room, but we just don't want to backtrack from it. So we're
Right, might as well do the dream version.
do the fight first without the equipment, which would technically help. But we don't really use it all that much in the speedrun anyways, or we wouldn't. So this guy staggers every 7 hits if you keep your combo alive, so you just hit him fast enough. And the staggers are really useful because you can see he's got a set input that he does every time, if he's staggered in the corner at least, and that'll usually set up either a triple or this dive attack. We want dashes, just a ton of
Right, to get the
dashes.
multi-hits, yeah.
Yep.
Jeez.
$2 train started from involuntary lag. Chat, tap in. Not because he got hit, just because you want to give to charity.
That's a
Or
fit-
because he got hit.
it's a fitting name for this patch of this game.
Involuntary lag?
Yeah. Good fight.
Thank you.
So we're gonna collect this essence. This guy gives us 400.
What was it, 1,800?
We need 1800.
1800 total.
Yep.
What's the max?
The max, so there actually is no
Oh,
max because
yeah.
technically
really?
you can get, you have like a 1% chance on every enemy
On any
that you
NPC,
kill to
right?
get
Or-
an
Oh,
extra
right.
one.
Yeah.
It's
But-
actually 1 in 300, unless you wear Dream Wielder. Then it's 1 in 100.
But it's also, if you have less than you would have had,
Yes.
like if you use it a bunch, like you use them for teleports, to get back to that number that you were originally at, it actually is like, I think it's double chances or something
yeah,
like
it
that.
wants to give it to you.
Gotcha.
Oh, it wants you to use it.
Yeah, yeah, it wants to give you an incentive because no one remembers to use it.
There's double jump. The last thing you would ever need it for, the most essence, would be 2400.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I remember it being like an SAT score or something like that. Because like that lady with all the pillows in her
Shit,
room,
not for me.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Congrats.
seer, yeah. You ascend her. That's actually the most forgotten because it is a percent of completion, and in max complete speedruns like 100, 106, 112, that's the most forgotten percentage because you can just get the benefit of getting 2400, but also not ascend her,
Oh,
and they just leave the room.
Yeah, you got to talk to her again for her to just peace out, you know. So we're gonna go get that Dream Wielder charm now. Hasn't really been mentioned all that much, but as we get essence, the seer has rewards for us at certain essence values. So this is one of them. This one's at 500 essence. We have 600, but we just haven't been there since we just got 400. So we're gonna put that on, then we're gonna go ahead and fight Failed Champ as soon as we get the charm.
Thank you. Involuntary lag doing the $2 train themselves, and then a $3 train started. So who knows?
Who's going to be the
Stans, I
pioneer?
cannot believe you spoiled the Wordle $2 with the message.
Get on it.
Should have tuned in, buddy.
Just don't spoil the bandle. I'm
Oh,
doing
there
that
we
right
go. The
after
$2
this.
train is coming in.
Oh
They're
my
also
goodness.
asking you to get hit more.
I'm trying. So this is what happens to the main area of the first area of the game, Forgotten Crossroads, whenever you get a Dreamer or the Wings, which we've done both. There you go. There's another hit. And it infects like this whole area. It actually cuts off a couple areas. Luckily, that's not too much of an inconvenience for us.
Really, really annoying casually though. Like, why? You can still get to the areas. You just have to go a different way. It's
Yeah, you
like,
gotta go around. So this fight used to be just an absolute nightmare, and now we can just dream nail whenever we want. It's great.
If I remember, this fight was like in the lore or whatever. He's supposed to be kind of a joke character, early kill, and then you fight his dream version, and he's like a monster, right?
Yeah.
Like first time if you play the game.
Yeah, if you want to get into the lore a little bit, this is not his shell. This is someone who is actually like this big. It was their shell.
Right.
This little
The
maggot.
legendary
took it
guy's
over.
armor. And
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
just chilling in there.
Yeah, and so this is in his dream where he actually is this powerful.
Oh, that's horrendous.
That's really bad. Yeah. The reason that that's bad is because we want Soul going into that tantrum phase that he does. Because if you just land 3 triple hits in that tantrum phase, which it's pretty doable to do, because he's swinging his mace around like that, it just goes to the next stagger.
Got it.
So the ideal fight here just kills him in the first phase, and then does that 2 more times, and the fight's just over. I love this fight with Shade Soul, this black spell that we have. This is my favorite way to fight this boss, and it gives me a lot of joy to watch. This guy gives us a lot of essence too. 350.
300?
Why
350?
do I don't know, man.
Look,
It's one of the two.
You're the brain for my bingo, man. I need you to know these things.
We're done. We
Oh,
lost.
that's true.
Oh no.
We were in a bingo tournament. Hand and brain. I was the brain.
right. You were mapping it out, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them who was the person who made us lose?
Me?
Yeah.
Aw.
I didn't think that's what you meant.
Yeah, I was like, oh, who won? You mean?
I'm just-
Like,
I'm just-
Brand's
Yeah,
like, no,
I thought
you.
he was asking me to list our opponents. Fucked up.
I'm just saying the hands.
The hands were nimble.
The hands were good.
The hands were good.
Schmoovin'.
And
Lights were on, but nobody was home.
I
Yeah.
brained my best brain in months, and we still lost. Like, I'm not even mad at myself. All right.
Yeah. He actually played well in our last game. They
Were
picked
just
a better
good.
route.
Hey,
Yeah,
they
they're
clutched
good.
up.
Yeah. Now, the reason we were in the losers bracket, that's another story.
Oh, uh-oh.
So essentially, we got word that we were going to be coming here to run Halo later today.
Ah.
And so we were practicing a bunch of Halo. We actually kind of wanted to get knocked out of the tournament because we didn't want to play anymore.
Oh, so you can get the Halo practice in.
Yeah. I'm going to the Kings.
Man's making it sound like we lost on purpose.
Yeah, is that how we want to
No,
lose?
it's just we weren't present when we lost.
Yeah, you know. yeah.
It was like, hey, you guys have a tournament match. We're like, but we'd really like to be practicing Halo
Yep.
right now.
So after that essence from Failed Champ there, we now have Dreamgate, the third method of fast travel. So we set our Dreamgate there. Now we're going to go fight Hornet 2 so we can get access to one of the late game areas. And this is one of those hard saves I told you about. Right outside Hornet 2, it just sticks you there. So it takes like a minute to walk back out. So having that Dreamgate just,
Takes you right back.
you're right back to King Station. Next, you know, so.
When I was counting up earlier today all the required hits that I take that are going to contribute to the $2 per hit, I forgot about that one.
Another
He's gonna
$2 in
go
the
broke.
pot. The $2 train is rolling, and we also have hey, not a train, they're separated, but we have a $100 sandwich between Paddington and Betraydium. 50 more sections for the $2 train. Oh, they just want to extend their train. They're like cargo cars here. They want 50 of the train.
Buying in bulk.
Yeah, $100 every time he gets hit. Come on, Chad.
Yep, and we're all going to do
can
it.
do it.
Ludwig first.
Everybody do it.
Yeah. Papa John, thank you for the 5. Dimitri, thank you for the 10. Your boy Stein, thank you for the $2.
Is that my boy Stein?
It's your boy
your
Stein.
boy.
It might be.
Might be my boy, too.
Text me if it's my boy.
Donating $2 at every hit is inefficient. Honestly, thank you for the $2. I assume that was a hit. Oh, the hand cam?
Yeah, the hand game was
Ooh, we got tech here?
crazy. Oh, yeah. So this is the second time we fight Hornet. This is a really hard fight. Not that you'd know it from watching Viz. It's also like okay with Shade Soul, but it takes a lot of practice, especially to do fast.
Just like playing Hollow Knight in the arcade in the 1990s.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember doing that.
Yeah,
you know? Like
just-
I was always doing that.
Ate so many quarters.
This is the next tattoo I want.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I'm surprised you don't have that tattoo, to be honest.
Dude,
with you.
I thought about it. Instead, when I was at GDQ, I got the Hornet head.
Right.
Oh, I like that too.
Someone's got Kingsbrand though. Who has that
No,
tattoo?
King's Reign is sick. Yeah.
No, but like someone has it. I forget
A lot of
who.
people have it.
I'm sure a lot of people do. Yeah.
So right here we do a little bit of a trick where you're supposed to be like laying there for a second, but somehow we figured out if you press up and then dream nail, it like pops you up and then you can move. But if you mess it up, you can actually kind of not soft lock, but you can lock yourself out of your nail or your dream nail. That can actually happen a bunch of times. So earlier, whenever we were talking about you dream nail to absorb the essence from the Dream Warrior, take a shot every time you say dream. And if you
Me when I'm a Minecraft fan.
if you do it incorrectly and the second one goes through, it'll actually like just make it to where you can't press it again, and which is really, really inconvenient until you like leave the room. And it's sometimes you're in a pretty big room and it's obnoxious.
Yeah.
That's not where I wanted to dash.
This is the Abyss. This is why we got Kingsbrand. Some cool, really nice equipment down here, as well as some lore.
There we go.
This drop.
The lore freaky here.
Oh,
I watched the lore
yeah.
video. Ooh,
Yeah.
give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. So here, you see these tendrils here. These are void, which is technically what we're made of, but they don't like us right now, so they hurt us. Those are one of the kinds of hazards in this game. There's also spikes and acid. You wouldn't think I would need to list that, but it's important later. These are our siblings, by the way, who also died. Well, I don't know.
But they're not built like us.
They're not built like us. Yeah, that's why they're dead. So there are a few drops through that real tall room. Left side, right side, kind of middle. Pretty skill-based, except for this right side one's like okay. But they're pretty tough and really cool. So is the climb. The Abyss climb is a huge like IL. People love to run that.
Yeah.
We do a little quit out here.
Hate it.
So a Taiwanese runner just submitted a run one day where they did this quit out as soon as they hit the void there. And it just skips that whole
Blew
cutscene.
everyone's mind.
Yeah, it skips that whole
It's 10
animation.
seconds.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's nuts. And like they've never been in the Discord. They
Nobody
never talked
said
to us.
anything.
We just
Yeah.
one of the verifiers was like, wait, is that faster? And they saw it's like, oh, it's way faster.
Yeah.
Dude just pops in, like a helpful sprite.
Yeah.
Just, hey, here's a little gift.
Does not elaborate.
Leaves, yeah.
So, and the ability we picked up is Shade Cloak, which is for realsies our last movement ability.
No meme.
And Shake Cloak is the iframes on dash? Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
The game changed when I got that. I didn't even realize it was a thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some spots you can't go without it because there's these shade gates. We're about to go through one right now. Yeah, that Shade Cloak actually has a little refresh you can see. It's about every 4 dashes. So you got to kind of be careful when you use it if you're planning on needing it. Here's Markov. This is just such a hard Dream Warrior, but we have Shade Soul and Nail Zero. This is what Viz was talking about, by the way. These Dream Warriors, these are the ones that scale with your nail. So if we got even one nail upgrade, they have like twice the HP.
Yeah,
Like,
it scales hard.
Huh.
Because the Watcher Knights also scale, but it's like so negligible.
It's actually like it's 200 HP, I think, like
Jeez.
increased, which is nothing.
It's funny because my casual playthrough of the game upgraded the nail fully, did not use any spells.
Yeah.
All those fights, I was like, yeah, I do remember.
You and
being able to
everybody
like-
else.
Yeah,
It's okay.
exactly. That's how normies do it. Yeah.
Especially because, so there's 2 ways to cast spells. And the one it tells you about is the focus button, which is the heal button. And it basically, it checks when you press it, how long you press it for. If you release it too quickly, then it does a spell. If you don't release it quick enough, then it starts to do the healing animation. So it has to check to make sure when you release. So it only activates on release. But there's another button called Quick Cast, which does it on button press. So it's a lot more quick, a lot more like responsive, and it feels nicer to use, and they just don't tell you that it exists. You have to see it in the like button mapping.
Right. I've never used Quick Cast in my life.
Yeah.
I used the
Yeah.
heal button.
You and everybody else.
So one of the first kind of tricks you'll ever learn if you're speedrunning this game is those fireball skips we were doing, and you can't really do it with the focus cast button. Like,
Right.
you can, but you got to be like this level of skill.
Yeah.
So people always come in the Discord. They're like, "Why am I failing this?" Like, can you
Yeah, I
help
don't
me?"
really get it. How do they do
And
that?
we say, number 1, are you using Quick Cast? If they say no, we say, okay, go try it with that, and then come back.
Yeah, it's the classic powered off, powered on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Okay, guys, do the basic thing. A couple of big donations came in. Jay with $50. Good luck, Viz. Glad to see you back on the big stage again. And remember, Hornet is void. I love when someone donates something that makes the runners laugh.
Predator.
Yeah, exactly.
So
We're like,
essentially, there's like characters or there's NPCs or stuff in the game that is void. And a long time ago, like 2018, I said that Hornet was void because I thought she was. I'm not a lore expert. I don't know, man. I just play the game.
Sure.
And I got just a wave of all these people that are obsessed with the Hollow Knight lore that watch
Right.
Mossbag every day. They're like,
Yeah.
she's not
Actually,
How could you possibly
that's
think that, you
crazy.
idiot? You
Look at her."
absolute imbecile. Jesus, my bad.
That's so funny.
So now Viz will say he was in a Mossbag video. Yeah, the other dono from Ari Trey and Zeneco as well. Jay and them, both big homies.
Oh, perfect. Let's read their message. It's,
Yes.
hey, Viz, been really enjoying the run. Giving 50 now, and if you do Radiance with no heals and Deathless, I'll give another 50. Pressure is on. Love you, bud.
I told Viz he can't heal in Radiance in any marathon ever again.
So, yeah, in
Go ahead.
AGDQ 2019, I got hit twice in the first phase, and it does 2 health.
Yeah.
So I was on 1 HP, and I had a spot in between phases where nothing's really happening, you're just kind of waiting. And I could have healed, and my person on my couch was like, hey, so what's the policy on healing? And I'm like, oh, no, we're not healing. And we went through the rest of the fight on 1 HP, and it was just like really exciting. But now everybody's like, "Oh, you can't heal on Radiance anymore." I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's cool.
You
I
set
thought
a
it was going to be a
precedent.
horror story. Where like, and I didn't heal, and I
Oh,
lost, and I
no,
pooped my
the funny part
pants.
is-
That's like the defining moment of his early Hollow Knight career.
And the funny part is people may not know that if you die to Radiance, you have to do the boss before it as well again. So it's like 3 or 4
sure.
minutes minimum, and it's really bad to die there.
So anyways, we call him Viz. We're not healing Yules. 1, 2, 3, 4 nail hits. Those were required. I don't know if that Shade Soul.
Got it.
Nice, well done. So this boss, Umu, cycle-based, we just killed it in 1 cycle. That is pretty hard with this loadout, but doable, as you just saw. You can't do that setup on latest patch because they changed literally everything about the fight.
I forgot about that guy. I like that guy.
Yeah, Crow's the homie. He's tied for my favorite.
Yeah.
He actually is my favorite. They made a comic of him whenever the game was coming out, and it's
did.
so sick. And they were like, episode 1 of our like Hollow Knight comic series, and then they never made another one.
Oh no!
And I was like, that was so
Hey,
cool.
we never said there'd be a 2, buddy.
They didn't. They didn't. That was on me for assuming.
Yeah.
So this is our second Dreamer. But what we're gonna do is whenever we skip the cutscene, we're gonna immediately press start, and we can quit out. And what's funny is there's like the little cutscene where it shows like the masks disappearing off the egg, but that one's gonna stay there. So like the game knows that it's gone, but no one told the cutscene.
Sure.
So when we go through the third one, it's still gonna be there, but like it's gone.
It's really cool. Like, I don't know why they stored that data like separately,
Yeah.
but it's still there on like the actual egg at the end too, right?
No, it's gone.
Okay.
Oh, so one thing I have to explain here, because true-ending runners might be confused. Normally in a true-ending run, you would
Brian, surely you
set
set
a
your
dream
dream gate
gate
down here.
right there, and then we'll come back to it. But instead, I'm going to do a trick that you do in the any % run. It's the hardest trick in the run. It's called QGA, Queen's Garden Acid Skip. And essentially, it's where you get your body like on a wall halfway into the acid, and you C-dash across, just barely skimming the top of the acid so that you can get to the other side. It's another way into this next area, and the true-ending run doesn't have to do it because we have the Shade Cloak, but I want to show it off anyway. So
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
there's
What
an
about tricks?
ability where you're invulnerable to the acid. So those are checks to see, do you have that ability? And we say, no, but that's all right. Like, we
Yeah,
don't need
we'll do it anyway.
Yeah. So just an iconic skip for this game. I mean, definitely understand why this is including it here. This is No Eyes. She's really mean. She's got a lot of RNG, and that was a good fight.
that's as good as it can go.
Yeah.
She can teleport every time. It's like she has a chance to teleport every time you hit her, and that can just go so catastrophically wrong in no time. Her ghost also lasts like a half a second.
That's only on this patch. After they disappear,
Yeah.
he was going to say. There's QGA, second try. Nicely done, bud.
Nice.
I just wanted to donate $2 more.
Yeah,
Hell
exactly.
yeah.
Here's Queen's Gardens. Probably the second to last late game area.
Oh, so you see those orange spikes that he just shot out? How one just went straight through me? On this patch and this patch only, they put those on the wrong layer.
Oh,
So they don't have a hitbox.
at all? Like completely?
No.
That's so funny.
That's funny.
So we can just stand right next to them as they try to hit us.
It's
Like
very,
their body does, but the orange spikes don't.
Yeah, it's so jarring coming from the latest patch to this patch because I go back and forth. It's a relief. It's like, oh
Yeah, you
sure.
might forget. You're like, huh, and then
Yeah,
it goes
and then
right
it
through
doesn't hurt you. Oh,
So right there, we fell into the thorns on purpose because for some reason, they made the respawn zone way too tall, and it extends up through the floor. And if you fall in that certain spot, it'll spawn you down where the lever is. And if you ever get the chance to see it in debug mode where you can see the actual hitboxes, it's so funny. It's like they meant to make it 10 pixels high, they made it 1,000 pixels high.
yeah. Hop in the speedrunning Discord, ping me. I'll get a picture for you. It's so funny.
So, probably going to go to the most likely place to die other than the final fight. And that's the frogs here in a second.
Not this.
Oh.
But this is just a little arena, which is pretty hard. But Shade Soul is, the best thing you could ask for in this arena, especially since these guys are not.
Oh, that's bad.
The spikes aren't hurting us. It's actually beautiful. Shade Soul plus Dream Wheeler is just the arena's kind of solved. It's nice.
There we go.
Yeah, didn't get a ton of like doubles luck on those ground mantises, but we're still fine. I like this routing coming up here. So we need some more essence still. So we're gonna go to the left here to go to Marmu and get 100 essence, one of the Dream Warriors. But we actually have to go up and right to get one of the requirements for the category. So we'll do this. Here's the frogs Viz was talking about. Just RNG, pure RNG, and
You're so whacked,
stuff like that.
brother. Please.
Yeah.
I'm afraid he's gonna. Yeah, do that.
This is the experience, the classic.
Frogs are so. Like I was just afraid he was gonna go straight left on every single one of those because he can.
We are 56 minutes into like RTA, like an hour 10 run, and that is there. It's atrocious. Yeah,
There's so many of them, too.
Yep.
Any enemy that's also in the Colosseum is like bringing back like
Right.
Panthers. Like, oh, I remember those guys.
Yep.
Oh,
We-
yeah.
In the 106 run, we do the Colosseum overcharmed, which means we take double damage. And those frogs at the end, I have lost many a world record pace run to those.
I'm just remembering the dung beetle's optional. Damn. I wanted to see him. He's cool.
Yeah, he actually gives a ton of essence.
The Dung Defender? Yeah,
I love that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, we love him. His name's Ogrim. Fun fact.
Ogrim?
He's got a name?
That's his like low key, like his actual name.
Yeah, he prefers you to call him Dung Defender, though.
Yeah.
I
don't think he does.
He likes Poop Boy, actually, is what he loves.
favorite thing.
Yes.
That's his name on Tumblr.
There's another Shade Gate. That's the reason why it's strictly required for this category to get Shade Cloak. Because behind here, we're coming up on a boss, TM, because on this patch, these ground mantises, it's just one of those but bigger. Like, that's really it. It's got like a little bit more health. On later patches, they buffed him a lot because this is supposed to be like endgame boss, like guarding one of the 3 prerequisites for getting the true ending. So
I will say for a casual player, like fighting that in the Pantheon is like one of the things that feels good because you feel like you pogo forever.
Yeah.
You know, you just stay up,
Yeah.
he dashes under you, you see the animation, you dash under him.
Exactly.
It feels really good.
and that's the buffed version too. You know.
Okay, yeah. I've never played the easier version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, God, he is just an oversized version of the mantises.
Of
that
the
are-
little mob, yeah.
Yeah, they're before him.
This is our mom.
Oh.
That's all I
She's
gotta
so
say about
pretty.
that. I know.
She's the queen of Hollow Nest.
What is, there was a spot earlier we were talking about something else, it's like a dead worm. What is that in the lore?
It's just like the worm, but
Oh, I
with, a,
thought-
with a Y.
Okay, for
And
some reason I
that's-
thought there was like a king or
That's
something.
the Pale King's
Oh,
like
okay.
previous form. He shed that husk, and
That's
now,
what it
now
was.
he's a little.
I'm
guy
not
with
making
us.
any lore comments whatsoever.
I
Yeah,
only said
I'm
that
sorry.
'cause
Can we talk
Val-
about Hornet really
Sorry,
quick?
go for
I'm
it,
pretty
dog.
sure
You can do whatever
Hornet
you
is
want.
void, and I'm willing
heard
to
that.
say
You're right.
I've heard that.
Hornet is for.
I mean, I would believe Viz. It's just it's the only person I would believe.
That's true.
Maybe they'll
Yeah.
elaborate on that in Silksong.
Yeah, and if you don't think that Hornet's void, donate $1. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, donate $1 to correct.
Yeah, that's 10 meals for a child.
What else can we talk about that's wrong in the lore so that people get mad at us? The engagement bait.
Oh, we can talk about the argument you and I just had like the other day about Hera.
Whoa.
I've actually
I'm
never
right.
seen
He's
that
mad about Hera.
I'm mad.
He's so mad. He's so mad, bro.
Here's that dream tree we were talking about. This is just to recoup our essence losses from all the dream gating around.
Got it.
We're going through this room anyways. We did go kind of out of our way, but we kind of have to. So, yeah, we'll get a few extra here because I think there's a couple dream gates left, or maybe not even. But yeah, we're gonna go fight Galeon, who is going to be our last dream warrior, and we will get our 1800 essence from him. This is a pretty hard dream warrior casually, especially like in the pantheons when he's got a ton of HP. But
If
Which
I get,
which one is he? When I see him, I will remember.
well,
he
you're
has
about
like
to see
a
him.
spinning scythe and then 2 like spinning axes. that
Oh,
float
they just kind of
around.
like spin around him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't get double hits off the bat right here, I could definitely die.
It's possible.
Well, there's
Yeah.
one. Okay, we're
Yeah.
fine.
You want 2 double hits, right?
Oh, getting
Yeah,
hit there was
that
so
is.
cringe.
It's so funny because you're beating the game in an hour 15, and people I think when they see a game like this, like a Metroidvania, they're probably like, "Oh, 6 to 8 hours, right?"
Yeah,
Something like
exactly.
that. It is not.
Yeah, and this is true ending. This is not any percent.
Yeah,
right?
any percent's
Right.
half the length.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, I'll admit it. I finished the game at like 56% or whatever. My chat was mad. I was like, I beat Hollow Knight. They're like, no, you didn't. You
didn't even find the Bumblebee level.
Yeah,
God.
I didn't. Yeah.
I didn't realize that you could go back and still do stuff after you fought the Hollow Knight. So, like, I was sitting on like being able to fight him for like 30 hours of gameplay. I was too afraid.
Oh, sure.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
the game will
that's
end.
such
Yeah.
Bad game design is to like make it to where once you do the final fight, you're like, oh, now that save file's locked. You can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That happened to me. I played Symphony of the Night, 100% it all the way through. Dracula flipped the castle. I turned the game off. I was like, dude, come on, man. You win, Dracula, okay?
Hey, Viz, was that movement optimal?
What?
Like, is that like comp stop movement?
No, I felt like pogoing and I pogoed.
Okay, cool. He did something different than I do, and I got
Oh, okay, yeah, you're like, oh, has there been an update? An update to the meta?
No, I am the most off meta
Yes.
top runner of Hollow
You're more of
Knight's
a
history.
jazz guy here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there are labbers and there's honers, right? In speedrunning, this guy's a honer. He just does what he does well.
Does it well.
You can
Honer,
see
I
that
hardly
mask.
know her, dude.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That sounds so derogatory. You're not coming
I
up with your
felt
own
weird
stuff.
saying that.
Infi with $10. Wrong lore time. Never actually played, but I'm super sure none of these enemies are bugs. They are friends.
Oh,
Hope this helps.
Hornet is a spider. True. Right.
True.
yeah. Hornet is Beedrill. I like that one.
All right. So now we have all three Dreamers. We could potentially go to the final fight, and Hornet would just not show up because we don't have the other half of King Soul. So we're going to go do that now. In order to get into the White Palace to get the other side of King Soul, we got the first one from the Queen, and we're going to go to the King's remains. I'm not going to speak on lore.
We're gonna go to where the king's palace used to be,
I see.
Yeah.
and we're gonna go inside the dreams of a dead palace guard to how it used to be.
Bro's
Right.
watched a lot of YouTube.
A bit. I've also just played this game way too much.
I played it. I didn't absorb anything. I was like, all right, I'll go kill these guys.
Well, yeah, my last probably 2,500 hours were in Chinese. So
Right, yeah. Once you start speedrunning, it gets a lot harder unless you're speaking Mandarin.
exactly.
So this is the reward for 1,800 essence, the whole reason we were getting it. Awoken Dream Nail allows you to enter the most guarded of dreams or whatever. And there's an enemy outside of like the White Palace remains, ruins, whatever. And I guess the White Palace is inside his dreams. Again, not speaking on lore, don't know.
That's it.
Sometimes I tab back to the chat and it's like trying to catch up and refreshing, and they're still talking about Dung Defender. Someone says Dung Defender. I thought that's Stanza's nickname. I'm like, why'd you bring that up now?
Good one, Chad.
Yeah, it's
Good
like, wait,
one.
you're behind. But I'm behind.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
Get with it, bud.
Yeah. It's funny though because Twitch chat is on time and YouTube chat is just years behind.
Yeah.
So this is, as I said, White Palace. This is a very movement-intensive area. This is heavily IL'd section of the game. People love to run this. So as such, it's incredibly optimized, and Viz is going to be focusing quite a bit here.
It's like the Omega platform
Exactly.
section.
Oh,
This is fun.
I love this shit. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Path of Pain is in here.
Yeah, I love Path
Not
of Pain. That's so
required
fun.
for this, sadly.
I wish it was because it's fun to do, fun to watch.
This skip is called King's Mold Skip. He's going to pogo on these clouds because they needed to be like a hazard to kill you, and for some reason they chose the spike hitbox. So you can
Right,
pogo
so you can
it.
pogo
That's
it.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have done Thorns, we would just not be able to do that.
Oh, I forgot about thorns. Dang it, there's 4 kinds of hazards.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hit 88,000 and Crazy Cat Brooke has donated $8 asking for an $8 train for 88,000. See if we can get up there.
Let's go.
I was losing my mind earlier.
At the $43 train?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
was losing my mind at that.
Dude, I was right back there. I sit down, we're at 67,000, and then we got 15,000 in like 2 hours.
Yeah, that was crazy. The blindfolded run was very good too.
Shout out to everybody, man. So, yeah, as you can see, just a bunch of freaking saws, spikes, everything in here. Just straight up platforming gauntlet.
It is funny. So this is the dream of a palace guard. It's
Yes.
like, I remember the good old times. It's like the good old times was razor blades everywhere. You know, spikes. It's like, buddy.
I mean, do you want me to tell you why it's all like this?
I'm open to it, but if this is going to get you canceled by the lore community, I don't want you to risk yourself.
No. This is real.
Okay.
This is where the White King, Pale King, trained our like sibling, who's currently the Hollow Knight, who we're gonna fight later.
I see. The Spikes build character.
Exactly. Because you had to be strong to hold the Radiance, which is what we're gonna kill at the end of this run. That's the true ending. Nice walking storage there.
Thank you. That's my favorite one in the game.
My favorite one is the one through Rafters because it's like
Oh, okay.
a
So
million years
I
long.
actually forget about that. Yeah, I love the Raptors walking storage in 106.
I'm seeing an $8 train. We're doing it.
Let's go.
Although
Oh,
one of the
wow.
messages is here to run a train on stands, which I don't love.
Let's go!
But I do like the $8 train.
Nice. So there's recently been a tech found called Shriek Pogo or Shrogo that lets you skip this whole right side.
But
Thing
it's
is,
lame and it should have been banned. I'll say it. I'll be brave enough to say
Drama.
what they won't.
I won't be brave. I won't be that brave. There's another stupid glitch like that that's only possible on the latest patch called Slope Ball. We accepted that, and then the Shrogo was found. If Slope Ball is legal, I think Shrogo should be legal, but I don't think either should be legal.
What about banning both? Oh, you don't think either should be
ban
legal?
both.
Okay,
I don't
ban
care.
both.
Like, I don't think you should be able to pogo on your own spell. It's stupid.
And
I like the idea that Coney and I are sitting here and like, yeah, totally. It's like maybe we're on the wrong
ban
side of
both.
history.
So dumb.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
dumb.
so dumb.
And, like, everyone else is out there. It's like
Petition for the
they've been
people that know
radicalized. Shit, no.
No, people actually.
I just
love
believe the
Shrogo.
last thing I hear.
Exactly.
That's all.
Yeah. Like, how could we know?
People.
I love
that.
Shrogo. Yeah. Cal Shrogo from Game of Thrones, dude.
I'm a Stan fan. That means I'm Team Schroeder.
Yeah. Everyone in my Discord, we're Shrogo pilled down. Wiggles, thank you for the $100. I'm still back at the second row run, but hopefully everything is going great still. I'm sure the event schedule is on track and the current runner hasn't missed a single trick. Wow, what a gamer. I'm sure
I did
glad
just get
you
the
got
hardest trick.
current runner. I talked about the hardest trick because of you, Wiggles. It was $100.
Yeah, that's called Chalky Cycle.
That's true.
It's if you like mess up your movement anywhere in that room, it's really difficult to go for. So I wasn't going to, and then I saw that I was like fast enough to go for it, and I was like, yeah.
It was probably 2 years ago I did Path of Pain, and if you told me this was it, I'd be like, yeah, totally. That's right. Yeah, there's like a lot of spikes and shit, white background.
Yeah,
that
of
makes
course.
perfect
This still
sense.
looks like hard platforming.
This is actually
it
Path
is.
of Pain 2. It's crazy.
So that was White Palace. That's all the hard stuff. There's just movement that I'm bad at left. And
So, fun fact, if you're charging the Crystal Dash and you can sit there and charge it forever, you can just hold it. But if the front or back of your hitbox is like hanging off of a platform, then it'll instantly release the C dash on the first frame that it finishes charging.
pretty cool.
And that can be cool, but it can also be terrible because I've done it on like world record pace of this category, where I went to that elevator, accidentally went to the end of it, charged C dash, and it made me release.
Yeah, shoot
and then
the wall or
elevator
something.
like wouldn't come back down for like forever.
Oof.
So we got both halves of King Soul now. It's more charms than we have notches for. Sorry, it costs more notches than we have notches for. So we break our charm UI. It's called overcharming. You take 2 damage, but you still get the benefits of those charms.
Really?
Yep.
Can you do it with any charm?
Yep.
Or-
Yep.
Oh, wow.
You
That
just
got
it just
added.
has to like.
That was later, right?
I don't think so.
That was that in the original.
That was original.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have never tried. I would have tried once and be like, oh, I don't have enough.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
slots.
The only time you would ever figure it out if you really wanted to is if you like just talk to Salubra. She kind of alludes to it. She doesn't tell you straight up like, "Hey, try 5 times," but she kind of gives you a hint.
I like watching him shake as you're falling. Like, ooh, this is too much power, buddy.
All right, here back in Abyss. This is Birthplace, which is where we were born. And this is where we're going to collect Void Heart. We're going to turn King Soul into Void Heart, which is what the actual requirement is to get the true ending.
Griffins, thank you for the 88. I see your 8 and raise it to 88.
Oh,
All right.
Damn, getting close to 90K. That's awesome.
That's so sick.
Jeez. That's great.
And we're also like 25 hours in. We're like
We're
close
around
to
like
halfway.
21, 22,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
amazing.
So this is the Abyss climb he was talking about earlier. People just love doing this as an IL. I'm bad at it because I'm bad at full jumping.
I'm bad at it because I don't practice it. Kind of hurts your hands to like.
It really does. If you try to like grind this out in a day, you're just like, oh my god, why am I
There's a meme category of this game called, I think it's like Celeste Percent or something like that. And it's starting from the bottom of the abyss and climbing all the way to the top of Crystal Peaks.
Right. Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
There we go.
Which that's got to be terrible on your hands as well.
Yeah.
That is the Hollow Knight.
Yeah, that's our sibling I was talking about when he was a baby.
That's our boy. He died for our sins.
Oh, that's probably the best fake lore. Be like, oh no, we're the Hollow Knight. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah,
of course
that's
the game is
classic.
called that.
That's the classic. Yeah.
I mean, technically, we are more hollow than him canonically.
That's true. That's the whole reason we're playing the game.
Yeah.
Oh, we're the hollowest.
Yes.
Yep. Because he is an imperfect. Basically,
He had an emotion.
this would be the only
one
lore I
time.
talk about. We are completely empty. Like, actually, no thoughts had emptied.
Just like me.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wait,
be a
what?
great vessel.
So essentially, they wanted to lock away the radiance inside of a pure blank, just completely empty vessel, and they found out that the Hollow Knight actually isn't completely pure, empty, no thoughts. So that's why he's an incomplete one, and why all the radiance is like the infection spilling out, like here. Oops. Oh wait. I have one.
Oh,
thing
yeah. Good tool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, that text after we got Voidheart, the last one says, "You are the Hollow Knight."
Oh.
This is going to do a fun glitch here. You can do this with a bunch of different things, but he's going to do my favorite version because he loves me.
All right. So where exactly is it?
Stand like in front of Hornet.
In front of Hornet?
Yeah, and then turn around. Yeah, just do two.
Oh crap. No.
No!
All right, fine. We'll do the other one. So you're supposed to be frozen right there. I don't know exactly where the line is.
I don't know either.
Thanks, man.
If you do it with the fireball and cross that threshold, you stay in your like fireball animation instead of the C- one.
Yeah.
And we call that Demon Knight because he's like inverted colors. It's really cool.
There's a third one that's actually my favorite.
Cyclone Slash.
Yeah, it's Helicopter
He just
Knight where
keeps
he's just spinning forever. That's great.
Shouts to Little Lith for matching Griffin's 88. Everyone's making the hardest names for me to say. Involuntary lag, thank you for the 2766. I'm here for 88, 888.88, which we blew by. I'm sorry. Cinder, thank you for the 25 and the compliment to me. Void Hornet, thank you for the 25. Stan's Hollow Knight playthrough again. You guys say I didn't even play it, so it would be a first time for me. And thank you, Nutley. CJ is the GOAT.
You can just pick up where you left off and not remember anything.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. So, yep, here's the Hollow Knight. We did
kinda
everything
big.
we needed to. He is kind of large. Yeah, all that White Palace training really got him. So he's got a few phases. Before he goes into his last phase, if you have Voidheart, Hornet comes in and kind of pins him down and lets you dream nail him so you can get into his dreams and kill the Radiance. That's the true ending.
And the Radiance is just this like parasite, right? Like kind of like.
I won't speak on that.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
moth.
shit.
It's moth. That's all I
Okay,
know.
Sure.
Also, when Hornet does pin him down, you can just like keep killing him, and that's the worst
Bad ending. Yeah.
Sure.
That's called Sealed Siblings, where not only do you like become the Hollow Knight and just effectively die, Hornet also dies.
Oh, really?
Classic.
And I didn't even notice there's dream particles coming out of his head right now
Yeah.
that tell you to dream nail him. I didn't notice that my first playthrough, so I just kept hitting him. I was like, yeah, hold him
Sure.
down. I got him.
Yeah, that's so funny.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Why does everyone hate me? Yeah.
And then you get like the Gurman Bloodborne ending, and you're like, oh, okay. The cycle repeats. Okay.
Here's
me again.
Here's Radiance. Extremely hard fight. I'm going to donate $1 for every time he touches the ground in the first phase here.
Oh.
This is incredible at this fight, obviously. The difference you'll see with really high-level runners is exactly what I said. They're able to just stay up in the air and continue doing damage to the Radiance. So I'm also counting in my head
do
here.
that.
This is 2. Really hard fight.
This looks
Obviously,
kinda
she does.
hard, yeah.
Yeah, double,
Oh, this isn't even
double
the
damage.
second phase.
And just getting all this soul collected on her, it's so hard. 6. And she's about to go at the end of the phase. So, what? Ooh!
Oh, that's so rude.
All right, that's
All right.
6.
Well, we'll try.
Yep.
Hey, the thing about us, we don't heal here.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah, we don't heal.
I knew it was gonna be right
We
behind
are
me.
not healing.
That's tough because you got to get in between even the tight ones and then jump. I see you pogoing it. That's
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah. And that's speed, obviously. We're going for Shade Soul doubles on her this entire fight, the whole time. The Radiance's hitbox, actually, is kind of like an upside-down triangle. It's like one of the few hitboxes in this game that isn't just a rectangle. Like for some reason they chose to make that one really accurate, which is nice. It's just funny that it's like the only one. THK's hitbox is funny too. His head is like a huge rectangle. It's like separate from the rest of his body. So you're gonna see THK like start stabbing himself here. You actually can't really do damage here. Every hit, no matter what kind of damage you do, is just 1 damage. Remember, the base nail is 5, so it's
1/5 of the weakest nail in the
yeah,
game.
exactly. So you just gather soul during that phase. You saw Brian shoot some fireballs as well, and that was just because he had the soul to do it. And when you shoot a fireball right after you swing your nail, it cancels the nail animation, so it's just he's getting 1 more damage faster.
Right, that's so funny.
Yeah. All right. Seven.
Of course.
To me, also, this first phase is like the hardest one. There's a platforms phase afterwards, and like you would think that's harder.
That's the hardest for normies, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but for me, it's like she just attacks so much more in this phase.
Yeah, this is relentless.
I think I got 9 final count, which is insane. So here we go, up to the platforms. We're gonna time up a Dream now at the start of this phase. Pretty cool. And we've got Dream Wielder, remember, so that's 2 casts. So we can just immediately come out here with 3 doubles, which is excellent. She doesn't have a ton of health in this phase either. So if we can get like, I don't know, probably something like 9 doubles. I don't actually know the values.
Is her health affected by the nail here, or no? Only the other Dream characters?
Us hitting it with the nail?
No, sorry, the fact that you have not upgraded your nail?
Oh, no. Yeah,
Okay, she
this
has
is-
just a
this is
base
static.
amount. Okay,
Yep,
got it.
good. All right,
Hello. Just at the right moment.
what's up?
Hello. So when's it start? Like, what's the?
Oh, he's been warming up. We were waiting for you.
Yeah, there we go.
There it
And
is.
that's GG.
That's GG.
Yeah, that's why it's so funny you walked in. Yeah.
Classic Ludwig
Yeah.
dodging the Hollow Knight.
That's the Hollow Knight.
Wow.
Yeah.
First
What?
time
That's
it's been
him?
beaten on
Ta-da.
Ludwig's channel. That's crazy.
Wow. So yeah, thank you. This is my official completion of Hollow Knight.
Cuphead, Hollow Knight.
Oh, you got the true ending
It's
too.
been a hell of a week for me. It has been a hell of a week.
No, I was surprised you were here when I got here.
Yeah,
She was on the couch, and I was like, bro, you were here when I fell asleep.
yeah. I took a shower. I'm back now.
Okay. Oh, I actually just skipped the cutscene. It's fine.
Dang.
Yeah, we don't like lore anyway, so it's fine.
We only like incorrect lore.
Yes.
All you need to know, Lud, is that Hornet is a void person.
Okay.
You can say bug waifu. People really like that.
Bug
They
waifu.
love bug
Yeah,
waifu.
Love it.
Is she a baddie?
Absolutely. It's
She a little baddie.
I got her on me. I got her.
My little boo thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, I actually have this tattoo.
Yo, I got mine too.
Let's go. Oh, your first love?
And my first love, my cat.
So,
Well, actually, I started dating my girlfriend before, so actually, no, my second. I guess my mother. Oh, I gotta go through this list.
Yeah, dude. You're actually hurting so many people's feelings right now.
so Slow, how many hits do we have?
Oh, goodness.
72 hits.
72 hits, so $144?
What does that mean?
Each?
I'm
Let me
donating
know.
$2 for
Let
every
us know.
time I got
Every
hit
time he
in the
got
game.
hit.
Oh shit!
And if you didn't know, the more frames, the weirder some of the enemies act, and so he just got scammed. There's a lot of those dollars
A little
that
bit of schmaz, so it's
the
fine.
computer's too good.
Wait, what? How did? So
He's used to playing at 200 frames. This is like
So
350.
basically, there's an enemy in the very beginning of the game. It's a little roly-poly. And
Oh, I hate that
the
guy.
distance that it goes depends on your frame rate. So if you have a really low frame rate, it'll go forever. And if you have a really high one, it basically doesn't move. And
He can
here-
break your ankles.
so you're playing 2 FPS stretch res.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It didn't move at all. It went 2 inches.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go under it, and I couldn't even get to it before it fell in front of me.
So somebody on like a potato computer is getting terrorized by that guy.
Oh, yeah,
He's just
it's
going the whole
flying.
platform. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But yeah.
like us. That's us.
Hey, great run.
Yeah, great run. That was amazing.
sick.
That was
Well
cool.
done.
And great vibes. That was great to hang
Even
out
though
with
you
you
did
guys.
get hit 72 times.
Yeah, even
I
though you
mean,
did.
honestly, I might be thinking he was getting hit on purpose to donate a little more.
Ooh.
That could be a theory.
out the
You
kids.
can never say Visuals doesn't care.
Yep, that's the thing about
I
it.
mean, the Hollow Knight one, I didn't need the soul, and I went for the scream skip anyway, just for it, you know?
In chat, we're 10K away. Here's the thing. We are 10K away from 100K. I want to hit this before sunset today. Why? Because we have Qbert. Can we get a close-up on Qbert? Qbert, this little guy right here.
Oh, it's a table move.
Oh my god!
yeah.
We got Qbert here, the tungsten cube. And Qbert, we also got I think a broken down Tesla.
Yeah. Okay, don't call my car that.
AKA Stanz's car, and I'm going to drop Qbert through Stanz's car from the roof of this building. Or close to the roof. As close as we can get.
Can I pick it up?
Oh, yeah, of
please.
course. Yeah.
Please.
Hey, 2 hands, be careful.
How heavy is that?
You have to do a
45
Halo
pounds?
run later, right?
45 pounds.
Yeah.
45 pounds. Yes, sir.
That's 45.
Yes, sir. It's
pounds.
possible.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, it's so much heavier than you think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That is Stanz's beer after a beer check.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You're going to break
Yeah, that's
through
what I'm
that.
saying. You didn't believe me, did you?
Oh my god! The camera's shaking.
Yeah, it's real. One more time. Oh, my
It does show its mass more when you let it hang
Yeah, that's what I'm
a
saying.
bit.
People don't believe until I do that.
Well, anyway, that's the game plan. So if you all are out there, anyone's who maybe want to give some money to charity, Wings for Life or No Kid Hungry, you guys donate directly to the charity, directly to Tiltify. You guys can write off the charitable donations.
Of course you
I believe above a certain amount. I'm not a tax
You're not
expert.
a tax expert. You're a tax
I think it's
fugitive.
above 200. I am. If you Google tax fugitive, I am there.
Can we thank some people who maybe are helping us hit this goal before the end of the
please.
run? There's some Hollow Knight stuff. We had Ari back. Unfortunate death, but we're not going to let it keep food away from the children, even though we got through Radiance there. J. Ray Me, thank you for the $100. Breakbeat for the 25. Cance with the 10. Luminestial with the 5. Volks with the 10. And Cat Liquor with the 10 to close out our Hollow Knight donations.
Hell yeah. And actually, before we jump away from this, Visuals, you got any shout-outs?
Oh, yeah, you get the headphones back on. Oh, and get him back on.
Look at you. You're back.
Hello.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I stream over at twitch.tv/visualstv. Put out video on my YouTube every 6 months. But did just put out one like an hour ago. So
Oh, hey,
that.
go now.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's get,
Wait, that's
let's get it
smart.
trending.
Hey.
Yeah.
I did the Doug where talking in game activates certain effects, and I played through Hollow
Oh,
Knight.
I
that
thought you
sounds
went
so
through
fun.
10 drive-thrus. I promise that's what the Doug is in my mind.
not right now, bud. But no, shout out to my community. You guys are awesome. I got so many cool texts this morning and throughout the last 3 weeks, and it's been a blast. So thank you guys so much for having me. It's been an unbelievable event and so much fun.
Dude, if you're having fun, we're having fun.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
right.
like the whole vibes of the weekend. Yeah.
I think that's the ultimate goal. Have a good time, raise a bunch of money, and also thank the people who make this event happen, like Omen. HP Omen stays. Can you hold up that bad boy?
Oh, I can hold up this
boy
bad
for
boy.
a
You want?
little boo thing? Hold a little boo thing.
And here's the thing, like the tungsten cube, I can actually hold this. That cube can't hold it. This
That's
is so
true.
light.
It's
That's
very
not gonna
light.
shake
like
the
a
camera.
feather.
It's very light. It's the unreleased Transcend 14 laptop. Omen gave this to me. I've been using this. We use this for the 1,000 3-point stream. We used it traveling to Atlanta
Visual ASMR.
when I was doing a shoot.
Visuals ASMR.
We're using it all throughout this weekend to read out your donations. And it's actually a bit of a beast laptop. You guys game. Has a 4070 GPU, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and an i9 ultra-core processor, which will make it have a lot of FPS if you play Hollow Knight, and perhaps those
Make it harder for you.
make it a little harder
This
for
is
you.
better than my
It's for
computer
true
at home, my
gamers.
desktop, which
Well,
is insane.
your desktop is some hot ass.
Yes, but still, that's crazy to me.
You're
This little guy, this
rocking
little
a-
baby.
He plays Wordle.
and it still loads slow.
he spoils Wordle.
People were not
You
happy.
spoiled?
Yes, because he was in the
I asked.
basin.
I asked.
Oh my god!
And so Arian
Every
Hollow
Hollow Knight player
Knight.
today was pogging.
Basin. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Omen. Exclamation point Omen in the chat, and check it out if you guys are in the market for a laptop. And now I believe we should have an update from our weatherman. Weatherman Jerma, how are we doing?
Oh, it's what's up?
Oh, hey,
Activate.
how are you? Welcome, everybody. Good to see you again. You didn't think the weather was going to still be here, but it is. Got some top 5 donator updates for you here. Logan Ripley, $3,830 total.
Insane.
And take a look at this. It is lightning every step of the way, every single day. 1,000 still from Taylor Swift from music. We also have KBB24 Mamba Forever with 1169. Cool. We have David Cockrings still up here a day later. Love saying that name. Prison Griff 3000 looking good. Remember, what's right there? obp.gg/donate. Maybe you could get yourself up here. If you go more than 1,000, if you have more money than Taylor Swift, you could find yourself on this board. Also, I want to go over another thing really quickly while we have some time. I want to go over the weather. I want to go over the weather for a very particular game, if we could. We could snap over to it. This is for another Crab's weather, not another Crab's treasure. I mean, that's the name of the game. We got Friday, 51 degrees with a little bit of a sea breeze here. Those are actually ocean waves, believe it or not. We got a high pressure situation coming across the bounty that's happening right now, currently ongoing. What world is that? Oh, let me get it. Oh, it switched already. But yeah, we got a high pressure situation coming up here. Very high pressure considering this is the leaderboard for the bounty going on right now. $15,000 total prize pool if you're on this list. What do we got for times? Is that 25 minutes? 25.5? 26.5? I got to get in on this too. But yeah, there's your leaderboards. By the way, this goes all the way through tomorrow. If you want to get your time in, please do. $15,000 is on the line total. What do we go back to the donations for a second. I want to look at them. I want to put my work in. $1.
Oh,
$20. $10. $10 from Slacebo. Phoenix Bojangles, $100. Imagine this is the weather. Hey, let's take a look at what the studio brought in, the weather station. This is a position a weatherman should never be in, by the way. We got another 20 from Mark. Nice. But yeah, again, 3830 is your top here. Logan Ripley, thank you so much. Very generous of you. So now hey, we got more runs, right? Couch?
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? I'm going to be on that. Hey, guess what? I'm going to be on that couch later. Did I just point at the wrong camera twice? Back to you guys.
And that was our weatherman update. What a nice guy. What a soul. I don't think he knows what a high pressure situation is in terms of weather.
Not at all.
But he does in terms of gaming.
I love the sign that just says him only.
Yeah,
like
do
it's
not
his little
enter
playpen.
German only.
Yeah. That's the only space he's allowed.
That's actually where they contain him.
Yeah, that's where he lives.
That's good.
I feel like there was new names on that leaderboard.
Yeah, there were.
The times definitely, because before I remember there was some that were north of 30, and Lil Aggie was 5th or 4th. He's 8th now.
Yeah.
Lil Aggie losing money being here. Jerma!
I left containment.
He left
He just told you that. Somebody catch him.
He just wanted you to know.
But he's like,
He's out in the wild.
I'm an escapee.
It's like Jurassic Park when the T-Rex gets out in San Diego.